put it any way you like.
You've been giving us evils as you walk past our van. You've gone into Boots.
Yeah.
You're fiddling about with a lot of stuff and coming out again.
I don't know what you're talking about evil.
Why are you being so cagey?
Am I obliged to answer your questions?
The fact is, you're very cagey right from the start, mate. And
Listen,
the fact that
don't give me a police nonsense.
All right,
cagey.
okay.
What grounds can I?
Well, I'll tell you what.
Yeah. What power and authority are you acting under at this time?
I'm going to search you on the Section 1 of PACE.
What are your grounds? Hold on.
I've told you. Listen to me.
On what grounds?
Okay. Listen.
You tell me
listen.
what grounds.
Okay. If you
tell me what grounds.
Listen to me.
I'm listening.
All right, I'm going to search you.
You are
on the Section 1 of
depriving me of my
PACE.
liberty and freedom. Article 5 of the European Convention of Human Rights.
We're going to handcuff you for a minute.
For what reason?
Right.
Hey, what grounds?
Give me a second.
What grounds?
Just give us a second.
I want grounds.
Listen, we'll explain all that in a second. So at this moment in time,
Hey,
listen,
relax.
Listen,
you relax. You
relax.
Sir, just listen to me.
Yeah,
right?
I'm listening.
Okay. So at this moment, you've been detained for the purpose of search.
On what grounds?
And that's what we're going to
If you give me a chance, I'll explain it.
So.
Part 1. Stopping someone because an officer thinks they gave a bad look or appeared moody is one of the weakest reasons imaginable to justify a detention. That kind of reasoning doesn't even begin to meet the legal threshold for reasonable suspicion. It's nothing more than personal feelings dressed up as authority. And if that standard were accepted, anyone walking down the street with a neutral or tired expression could suddenly become a target. That's not professional policing. It's profiling in plain sight. What makes matters worse is that when Alan calmly asked for the legal grounds behind the search, as he is fully entitled to under law, the officers brushed him off with a vague promise to explain later. That delay isn't a minor mistake. It's a direct violation of the PACE Code of Practice. Officers are obligated to provide their grounds before search begins, not after. Ignoring that rule strips away one of the only safeguards citizens have to judge whether the encounter is lawful or purely arbitrary.
Right, okay, explain it.
All
Right, explain it.
So, we've seen you come past the van, as I said.
Right, thank you. I'm coming down the road, minding my business.
Yeah, listen, let me explain.
Yeah.
Giving us evils, you're going to the shop.
What's evils, anyway?
Right, listen.
Can you go to the CPS with I was giving him evils?
You can, actually.
Can you?
Yeah.
And what would that amount to?
Do you want to let me explain the grounds then?
Carry on.
Okay. You go into the shop, you see him fiddling around.
Fiddling around?
Yeah.
I went in there for to do my business.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you from my point of view, fella.
I don't want your point of view unless it adds up
my
to
point
grounds.
of view is very,
Gives
very
you the
important.
authority to detain me.
Yeah.
Can I explain something? Okay.
You seem to be the sensible one here.
We're both very sensible.
Okay.
My colleague is
you
a very good
told me.
officer,
You
right?
don't need to do that.
So first of all, do you mind if I grab a first name from you?
Like I said, I won't be providing any details.
Right.
There is no search outside Schedule 7 of the Terrorism Act that gives me the authority, or you the authority, to ask me
Listen,
to give
you're
you
asking a lot of questions. I'm trying my best to answer them.
Okay.
Once Alan was placed in handcuffs, the officer attempted to justify the decision by pointing to Alan's attitude. But demeanor is not a legal basis for force. It's a personal excuse. Alan wasn't fighting, threatening, or lashing out. He was speaking up, yes, but he was doing so because his rights were being trampled in real time. Raising your voice when you're being treated unfairly doesn't make you dangerous. It makes you human and, more importantly, informed. Yet the officers treated his frustration as though it were aggression, punishing him for refusing to remain silent in the face of injustice. That mindset shifts the responsibility in completely the wrong direction. Instead of officers being held accountable for their actions, the burden falls on the citizen to stay calm while their rights are violated. It creates a chilling message. Compliance is the only acceptable response, even when the stop itself is unlawful.
Is committing an offence or anything
on what
in relation
grounds,
to certain
reasonable
grounds. So as my colleague trying to explain to you, we have detained for the purpose of search. The grounds are in which, when you've walked down this road, you have been eyeballing our vehicle, you've been staring at us, and in our opinion, you seem to be paying a lot of attention to police.
Sir, your opinion doesn't... can you send your opinion
like I said,
to
I'm
the
going to continue
CPS?
talking. When you've gone into the shop, again, you've appeared to be very... You're sort of wandering around, and almost as if you're potentially up to no good.
I was putting this on.
And that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I'm talking about our perception.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So that's one of the grounds why we've stopped you.
You don't have grounds.
Come out. You've come out after looking slightly suspicious, and we've perhaps thought, are you shoplifting? We're not sure.
Feelings and
so,
thoughts.
Again, our suspicions are up here.
Yeah.
We've come and spoke to you. You've been very anti-police. You're not willing to engage.
No, what I've done is I've exercised my absolute right.
You don't want to give any names.
My absolute right. I am not obliged to give you any details under any search power outside Schedule 7 of the Terrorism Act.
Quite simply to see if you've got anything on you that might be to do with shoplifting,
so we got feelings,
stealing,
and just let's have a look.
Part 3. From the very beginning, Alan made it clear he was not going to hand over his personal details. That was his right, especially in the absence of legitimate grounds for the stop. Despite that, the officers circled back later, repeating the same demand as though Alan's refusal had never happened. That wasn't persistence, it was pressure. Repeating the request over and over is a tactic designed to wear someone down until they give in out of frustration or confusion. It also reveals something troubling about the officer's approach. Either he wasn't listening to Alan at all, which is careless and unprofessional during a detention, or he was listening and simply chose to ignore him to force compliance. In both cases, it shows an attitude that treats power as entitlement rather than responsibility. Policing in a democracy requires respect for citizens' choices under the law, not attempts to bulldoze them through repetition.
Okay, listen, so you don't have to hold that hard. You don't have to do it.
Because of your mannerism.
Right, just relax.
I'm relaxed.
My mannerism. This is an unlawful detention by Section 5 of the Human Rights Act.
Of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act.
You've got no grounds. You have no grounds.
But you're trying to argue,
gave me your feelings.
I'm going to reiterate you're detained. Alright?
You gave me your feelings, that's all.
So can I speak to one of you a minute?
Yeah.
You gave me your feelings and that was all. Who's the OIC here? Oi, are you the OIC? Are you the OIC here?
Can you hold that?
Sergeant, thank you. Maybe get some reason here. Sir, I'm being detained without grounds. And I'm being searched without grounds, except his feelings and his thoughts. And by the Human Rights Act, Section 5, this is an unlawful detention.
Have the officers given you the details of why?
They gave me their grounds. He gave me his feelings and he gave me his thoughts. I didn't give any grounds.
We have given grounds.
He gave me his feelings.
Listen, I'm going to do you a little favour. It's all on body worn anyway.
Right, good. I'll be getting that access information request.
Listen, maybe if you ask the officers to repeat them, they'll repeat them for you.
Okay, well let's have it in. Can you repeat it before you carry on?
Can I put this back in your pocket first?
Because,
sir, I am being detained unlawfully. My human right is being contravened here. Okay. Section 5. Not section, Article 5.
Article 5, yeah.
Yeah, okay, Article.
I understand all of what you're saying, but let the officer explain again.
Okay, are you listening?
I'm listening.
Sergeant, because I'm relying on you to be impartial here.
I'm listening.
Right, fine. Can you give me your...
Can I put these back in your pocket first?
You can do. It's up to you.
Right.
Okay, lady, you can relax, okay? You can relax. I'm not running anywhere. I'm an old fart. There's about how many of you? You can relax. You can relax.
I am relaxed.
No, you are not. Anyone filming this?
We're filming it, don't worry.
Search. I didn't hear the grounds.
No, can you give him the grounds?
I have said.
He hasn't got on.
Are you going to listen to me?
While you're shouting at me, I can't hear a thing. So maybe let him repeat his grounds.
What? Can you repeat them?
Yes. We see
let him say the whole thing and don't interfere.
I'll say nothing.
Okay.
You're mask.
You're not listening, are you? You're talking
right,
to me.
Okay, All right, okay.
You've appeared to be concealing yourself in the shop whilst you appear to be filling about with things, okay? We've come over to have a chat with you, and straight away you've been very, very anti, trying to get a word, not letting us get a word in edgeways. You're extremely nervous. Your breathing rate's up there.
At one point, the officer even tried to spin Alan's behavior inside a shop into suspicion of shoplifting. The supposed evidence? That Alan was fidgeting. Alan immediately explained that he was only adjusting his face mask, something completely normal in the current climate. That should have ended the matter on the spot. Instead, the officer leaned into perception over fact, insisting that from our perspective, it could be shoplifting. But the law isn't built on what-ifs or vague impressions. Under Section 1 of PACE, reasonable suspicion requires objective evidence, not speculative guesses. Fidgeting is not a crime. Wearing a mask is not a crime. And walking into a store while doing either is nowhere near theft. Turning ordinary, harmless behavior into grounds for detention is a dangerous path that blurs the line between lawful policing and unfounded harassment.
highly strung. There is no grounds here at all, none.
Can I take his cuffs off now?
You can do.
Okay.
You should have taken them off 5 minutes ago.
Well, not while you're behaving the way you are.
Listen, sir, I am being denied my liberty and freedom, my right to locomotion, because this lot have had a little feeling in their tummy that something went on. For the record, I will not be providing any details.
Okay, well, you haven't got to. No one's asked you to.
Oh, he did, and he did.
They've asked you for them, and you've refused them, and that's fine.
Well, why would they ask me when it's going to say on your ticket that you're going to give me that I'm not obliged to?
Well, we can't give you anything because we don't know who to give it to.
You just searched me, you just detained me. I want a slip.
Listen, Bishopsgate Police Station, which is where we're from, you can go to Bishopsgate Police and there will be a record made of it. However, we can't. You're not giving us any details, so we can't send you anything, can we?
No, sir, it says on the slip, I'm not obliged to provide any details.
Not. But if you want us to give you some details of it, we can't give them to you. We can't do it right now.
Right.
Listen. So you can come to the police station, give us a day or so to get them all on the system, then you can come and collect a copy.
Sure.
You can say the day, type, taste.
Right.
Constable Minavie.
Right, I've got his number, and you. And you. I've got it, don't worry, I've got a photographic memory. And you.
So, I'm telling you, Bishopsgate Police Station, my colleague will give you the address.
I'm taking your details, you're the OIC here.
Well, I'm the sergeant, I'm not IC. I've not had anything to do with this search as such, because I wasn't here for when the grounds were given. It's repeated. I've come over because you seem quite insightful, and I just wanted to...
So let's not, let's not start splitting hairs with terms. I know them.
You're not going
to pay close attention to all your codes of practice. I know.
Good, okay, well, you haven't repeated any of them yet. So
well, what one do you want to know? Section 1, stolen or prohibited articles. 1984, revised in 2015, but you have to have grounds. You have to have known.
The officer gave you
grounds. He gave me his feelings. And he gave me grounds.
What are grounds based on?
Facts, information, intelligence.
What he has seen.
It's not what he's seen.
What did you see?
Well, what did he see?
I told you what I saw.
Oh, you're talking nonsense. Alright, listen, am I being detained?
No, you can.
You're free to go. See you later.
Thank you, I've been detained. Excuse me, please. Right, no nonsense.
Alright, okay, well, again, this is going to be...
Yeah, thank you anyway.
Just confirm nothing's actually been taken since 4, no?
It's alright. Information access request. I'll be taking civil action against you and you.
Part 5. Things became even clearer when a sergeant stepped in and asked the officer to explain his reasoning. Suddenly, the original claim that Alan had been giving evil looks vanished. Why? Because even the officer knew how absurd that sounded in front of a superior. Instead, he scrambled for new justifications, mentioning things like fidgeting and heavy breathing. But anyone confronted by police, suddenly detained in public, would naturally show signs of stress. Elevated breathing, nervous movements, those aren't indicators of crime. They're basic human reactions. The fact that the officer conveniently dropped his original excuse shows he never truly believed it was valid. It was an attempt to assert authority, and when challenged, he reshaped his story to sound more credible. That shift alone speaks volumes. If the grounds change, depending on who's listening, they were never solid to begin with.